So, Kangen water versus Saka water. Really, is there much to talk about around it? Unfortunately, a lot of the people who are promoting Saka water speak extremely negatively about Kangen water, but that's all they do, speak extremely negatively. They don't actually provide truth via live testing to prove a difference. Now, I'm not here to say that Kangen water is better than Saka water or vice versa. In fact, what I'm here to do is visually show you the truth and let you make your own decision. Now, Saka water here is bottled water. It's from a natural spring and it's around about just over 8 pH, which is slightly alkaline, very good for the body. Now, I'm not here to, as I mentioned before, bag Saka water. I believe it's a very good water. It's bottled water, but it's very good water. If you're looking for a bottled water, it's very good. That's one of the things that I'm going to say around it. But let's let the test do the work. So, first of all, as you can see, we've got a sealed bottle of Saka water here, and I'm going to pour it in, and then I'm going to get some fresh Kangen water. So you can see, totally fresh from the unit. It's traveling through now the K8, it's coming through there, and all I'm going to do is get some of it, and I think we're about the same level, pretty much. And what we're going to do, the first test, what we want to know is a liquid causing more oxidative stress? Now, we live in a very powerfully man-made environment which has positive ions. That leaches actually the goodness, the energy from us. It creates free radicals which then go on to damage our cells. This is why whenever you go into nature and you actually connect in nature, you ground your feet in, whether that be at the ocean, the beach, in the bush, in the garden, whatever it be, the negative ions are coming through your body to help neutralize free radicals. Antioxidants, we all know the power of how good they are to neutralize free radicals to prevent cell damage. So what we're going to do first of all, this is a way of testing a liquid's potential to reduce stress or increase stress. So with this meter that this chart we've got here, you're going to be able to see that these liquids over here in the red are actually a positive reading and they cause oxidative stress. They help create more free radicals. On the right hand side in the green, we've got the antioxidant side of things, so the negative charge, and that's what we want more of. So I'm going to put this at the back, and this meter here is what's called an ORP meter, oxidation reduction potential meter, and it measures the liquid's antioxidant value, the millivolts, the life in the water. So we're first of all going to put it into the Saka water. I'm going to turn it on, and we're just going to let it sit there, and we're going to see what it sits at. So as you can see, it's 381, it's 380. So as we've got it here, if I put that on there, we can see it's over here, positive 379. So it's causing oxidative stress. So if I take that out now and put that into the Kangen water, watch what happens to the meter. We can clearly see that the numbers are shifting. We've now gone from what was an oxidant, 300 and something, right over here, very close to tap water, to flying over into a powerful antioxidant, which is extremely good for helping neutralize the free radical stress that's being created, helping to neutralize more of that oxidative stress that's damaging us, that's aging us, that's rusting us. You only have to think about what happens to iron when you put it outside. In the environment, it rusts. These are the important things. You cut an apple in half, leave it on the bench, it oxidizes, it turns brown. So we want to reduce this. So as you can see, this is a very powerful antioxidant. So if you're drinking Kangen water on a regular basis, fresh every day, you're getting an abundance of antioxidants to help neutralize the free radicals which are damaging our cells. So that's the first test. Let's take that out of there and let's actually put this out the way. The next test I'm going to do is I'm going to get some pH drops. So with the chart here, let's turn this over. We've now got the top line here is the acid alkaline chart to give us direction, an idea of the colors. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some pH drops. So I'll put 7 in each. 6, 7. So what we're noticing straight away is the color changes. And if I just spin that around, I'm not left-handed, so bear with me. Spin that around, we can clearly see that on the chart that the Saka water is slightly alkaline, just over 8. That's what it says. It is that. It's fine. It's alkaline. The Kangen water is 9.5. So we can see that on the charts, around about 9.5. I know it's 9.5 because that's the setting we chose. Now then, what's really important here is that this is natural water that's apparently just over 8 pH. So when I say apparently, I mean apparently natural. Nothing's been added to it. It's not been through a process, which is interesting really to think that, well, how did it get into the plastic bottle for one? So it's got to have gone through something man-made to actually be put into the bottle, unless somebody stood at the bottom of the spring collecting it. I don't know. There's nothing that visually shows anything that I could find on the website. However, what's really important here is when we start looking at this, because a lot of people go, Kangen water, 9.5, that's way too alkaline. What's really, really important to be aware of, this is not alkaline water. It is alkalized water. The Kangen water mineral content is down to the source water content. So if we've got source water going in there at, let's say, 5, the actual mineral content of Kangen water would be 5. But the hydrogen ions that are created from the charge from the unit are what increase the actual alkalinity of the water. So what I'm going to do is a true test to prove this to you. I'm going to turn the power off. And you're going to see the screen go off shortly. Now, one other thing to be aware of, I've turned the power off and that screen's still on. Right, that screen is still on. Touching it now, it's gone off. So what we're going to do is I'm going to empty the Kangen water and I'm going to get some tap water in this fresh cup. So we've got tap water there. I might just put a bit more so you can see it properly. So there's the tap water. Now then, this water coming through here now is the Kangen water. And remember, the unit is off. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put some some Kangen water in there. And then with the third glass, I'm going to turn the water off and I'm going to turn the power on. And what you're going to notice now is the machine's come on. So we've got tap water, we've got the water through the Kangen unit, and then now the power's on. You can see I'm pressing 9.5 at the top. What we're going to do is put the water in this glass. And I'm going to get the pH drops again. Remember, we put 7 in the beginning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so very powerful visual here, which totally debunks a lot of what people go and say who don't know what they're talking about, who aren't educated on water or health at all. Tap water. We can clearly see that tap water came out round about here. The tap water that went through the Enagic unit came out exactly the same. They're exactly the same color. And that was with the water off. Now then, the Kangen water, when I turn the power on, charged the water and created the hydrogen ions in the water. So this is an extremely important understanding of the electricity that goes through the water, charges and puts the hydrogen ions into the water. It also disassociates the molecules within the water to help it become an antioxidant. Now, we tested it with the meter and I proved to you that it's an antioxidant. I proved to you that Saka water is extremely powerful at creating oxidative stress, which is the root cause in many cases of all illness and disease, which leads to serious health issues. Now, I'm not saying Saka water is going to cause that, but what I am saying is if we're increasing our oxidative levels on a daily basis, we're creating more stress to our body and therefore our body can't function properly. This water is definitely good water from a bottled water angle. I've tested I've spent hundreds of dollars testing different bottled waters. This is a very good one from a bottled water angle. However, when we're talking and comparing Saka water to Kangen water, you can clearly see the difference here that Kangen water is hydrogen ion rich charged water. to get that charge back into your body. Remember, you're over 70% water. So if you're fueling yourself with water that's antioxidant rich, that's charged, that's alkalized, do you think it's going to have a positive effect towards your body? Do you think it's going to have a positive effect towards the health of your family members who are also drinking it? Absolutely. Now, one of the big things that comes up around this is, oh, but they're just so expensive. Well, let me just break it down for you to help you understand further. To buy an Enagic unit costs money. You're getting something in your home that you're potentially going to be keeping for 20 years plus. This is the power of them. So they talk all around Kangen water, and then they talk about the price. You don't just get drinking water when you buy a machine like this. You have several other waters. Disinfecting water. At the same time, you get a water that actually removes the chemicals from fresh fruits and vegetables. So naturally, if you're buying Sarka water or other waters that are classed as healthy, and you're consciously aware of your health, you'd want to be making sure you're getting those chemicals off the fruits and vegetables, even if they're organic. You want to make sure that anything that's airborne, that's leached onto those fruits and vegetables is being removed. Touch of a button, you can do so. Touch of a button, you can disinfect surfaces and so on. Beauty water, this one here, the 6, extremely powerful astringent. It's used to help people with their skin for many other applications such as cleaning floors, cleaning mirrors and so on. The 7 water is regular clean water, where it's been filtered and it's just for taking with actual medication or with creating baby formula. Then you have the Kangen waters from 8.5 right the way up, 9 and 9.5, which means a higher level of charge, a higher level of antioxidant abundance, as well as charged hydrogen ions. So you choose what level you want to drink. Now, what's really important here is that when you look at that, I call it the Swiss Army knife of water systems because it's got a multitude of different things. But then we start looking at the price. So when we go to the price, I brought this up just to actually figure this out because I do a lot of testing on bottled waters. I do a lot of study around it, especially those people who are going to the supermarket and spending like $6, $7 on a pack of 24. And people want to know the truth. So I did a bit more research around Sarka water to help you understand the truth around this. So for a 24 pack of 500 ml, it's going to cost you $36 in Australia. That's $1.50 per bottle. For a 500 ml, a small bottle of water, that works out at $3 per litre. So I drink on average 4 to 5 litres of water. Now you may be like, whoa, that's a lot of water. That's too much, some people say. And I go, well, let me just expand on this a little bit. My body's over 70% water. I have on average 1.5 to 2 meals a day. But I also know that when I'm drinking Kangen water, I'm getting an abundance of antioxidants, hydrogen ions, alkalized hydrogen ions to help get rid of acidic metabolic waste. And I also know about the ability of Kangen water to absorb into my body and hydrate me far better than I've ever been hydrated. And I've been in and around the health industry over 25 years and studied a lot around nutrition, movement, and for the past 4.5 to 5 years, water. So I'd be drinking on average 8 to 10 bottles of this. So that would be costing me, based on this, round about $15 a day. So then we go to a 6-pack, which is this one, 1.5 litres for $20. That works at $3.33 per bottle, okay? Which when we look at bottled waters today in Australia, it's not that badly priced really, considering it's a healthier option. That works at $2.22 per litre, okay? Then we go for a 4-pack, 5 litres. So now you're talking my language. 5 litre, I'm going to have one of those a day. $40, so it works at $10 per bottle, $2 per litre. That's the cheapest way if you're going to buy it in bulk, which we all know buying in bulk works really well. However, let's think of it this way. That's going to cost me $70 a week based on my water consumption, only for drinking water. This is me. You might be less, but this is me. It's going to cost me $70 a week. For how long? To know that I'm drinking water that's causing oxidative stress to my body. Arguably, it's cleaner because at the end of the day, this is tap water that's gone through, and we can filter water. We can make water cleaner. Well, there's plenty of technology today around filtration to make it super, super clean. But that doesn't mean that it is actually not causing further stress to the body, as I've demonstrated and as I demonstrate in all of my live tests. especially when I'm challenged and someone gives me a new one, which is exactly why Sarco Water is happening right now. Because somebody said to me, well, actually somebody in their video said that Kangen water was too high alkaline, that it was no good. And when I actually questioned and said, I don't know why you brought Kangen water into it, challenged me to go and prove. And all I'm doing is sharing this with you. As I've mentioned, I do believe it's a good bottled water as far as bottled waters go, but there is a healthier option. So when we're looking at this, $10 per bottle is what $10 per day, around about $70. Even if I go with one of the other ones, it's going to be more expensive. So let me just explain this to you. This unit costs $7 per day over 3 years to pay off. $7 per day over 3 years, and you get all the drinking waters, which are antioxidant rich, alkalized for your body, absorbed properly, and then you've got all the other uses. Now, I've only just touched on the surface, but what I also want to just touch on is a claim that was made on the website of Sarco Water around it hydrates the body faster than any other water or water system. So, in another video, I am going to test this and prove to you whether what they're saying on their website is true or not. Because if it's not true, how can we trust everything else that's written on the website? And also, how can we trust what the people who promote it are saying? So I look forward to educating you further. I hope that you've found a lot of value in this and you can clearly understand now why the Enagic water systems are far superior to anything else on the market. I do believe in pre-filtration like reverse osmosis to help clean the water and get it super clean. But what we do as stage 2, the final piece of the puzzle, is extremely important. So this is just a clear demonstration to help you make a healthier decision for your health and the health of your family. You can be the own judge. Thank you for your time. I look forward to sharing more education around the truth of Enagic and the truth of Kangen water with you. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye for now.